Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ben. Thank you for watching the Skater Studio. If you're seeing this intro right now, then I want to tell you that the video you're about to watch will only be here temporarily. So it's meant to give you a taste of what you'll get with a Skater Studio membership. Now, if you'd like to support me, support my work, and get access to all the videos I make, then you can head over to patreon.com/SoarSkaterStudio. I'll put that text on the video screen here, as well as in the description of this video. I'll put a link so you can follow it over. And when you sign up for membership there, you'll get all of my videos, and they won't go away from my Patreon account. But they will go away eventually from my YouTube account. As I post some new videos, I'll take some old ones away. So yeah, that's it. If you want to become a member, if you'd like to support me, then please head over to patreon.com/SoarSkaterStudio. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, give me some feedback, and tell a friend, tell a skater friend about the Skater Studio. All right, peace out, enjoy the video. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ben, and thank you for watching the Skater Studio. I've got my lovely assistant Pascal here today, and we're gonna do a body awareness session. So you can think of this like a body meditation. The point is to develop deeper body awareness. It's to notice all the sensations in your body. It's to learn about the habits and patterns of movement you have. It's to notice places that are tense that maybe you weren't aware of before, and maybe you learn to activate new muscles that you didn't know you could use before. So with that in mind, know that this session is not about building strength. It is not about flexibility or getting a stretch. The movements we're going to do will be very easy, and the point is that they are so easy that it's possible for you to notice more about your body and more about the movements. So don't worry too much about technique or doing the movements right, because it's more about the attention that you bring to the movements as opposed to the way that you do them, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's that. So we can get started. For our first thing, we're just going to lie down for a minute or two and tune into the body. And this session is mainly going to focus on our lower back, our hip area. The hope is that you feel a little more free to move, a little more free to relax in that area by the end of the session. But really, the point is to learn something. So hopefully you notice something new about your body that you didn't know before. And as you're lying down, start to tune into your breath, watching how the breath moves in and out of the body. Watching how the body might shift on the inhale and the exhale. What moves automatically as you breathe. You can start to make your breath a little slower and a little deeper than usual. And see if you can make the breath even and controlled. So inhaling for the same amount of time that you exhale, maybe counting to 5 Mississippi on the inhale. And then 5 Mississippi on the exhale. Maybe you want to do 4 Mississippi or 6 Mississippi, depending on how you feel. And you can let your head, neck, and shoulders just kind of sink into the floor. Notice if there's any tension in the wrists or the hands, fingers. Any tension in the ankles or the feet, you can let that go. And call attention to the way your back contacts the ground. Can you notice what parts of the back are touching the ground, what parts are lifted up? Are there any places where you're not sure whether or not you're touching the ground? And feel exactly where the arms and the legs touch the ground too. One thing to notice is, where do your toes point, and how does that correspond to the orientation of your legs? So if your toes are pointed kind of straight up toward the ceiling, that means the backs of your legs will be on the ground. Whereas if your toes are pointed out more diagonal or to the side, that means more of the side of your leg will be on the ground. And don't change that necessarily, just notice where it is. So however your body is oriented, whatever's touching the ground, whatever's lifted up, no need to edit it right now. Just let it be what it is and notice it. Maybe one set of toes, one foot points up toward the ceiling and the other is more out toward the side. If that's the case for you, again, just take notice and see what it is. Come back to how your back touches the ground and watch the way that might change as you breathe in and out. As you inhale, does your back shift at all? As you exhale, does it shift at all? And just watch that for 2 or 3 more breaths, and then we'll go to our first actual movement. So whenever you're ready, we're going to draw the knees up like so and let the feet rest on the ground. And once you're here, on your inhales, let the body relax fully. And on your exhales, when you breathe out, very lightly press the feet into the ground. And then when you inhale, let go of the pressure in the feet, relax through the body. As you exhale, as you breathe out, again, lightly push the feet into the ground. And just repeat this. On each inhale, relaxing, letting go. On each exhale, very lightly pressing the feet into the ground. And here's what we're not doing. We're not coming up into a bridge. So you can look at me right now. We're definitely not doing this. The back stays on the ground the whole time. But as we exhale, we're just lightly pushing the feet into the ground. And as you push the feet into the ground, watch what happens in your lower back and your mid back. And then as you inhale, as you let go of that pressure in the feet, again, watch what happens in the lower back, the mid back, and maybe even the hips and the glutes. Oh, jeez. Pascal, come on, man. She's ruining my setup. So, again, it is a gentle push into the ground with the feet. And watch how that changes your orientation with the back's contact in the ground. You can also watch how, as you exhale, as you press into the feet, you're going to be activating the thighs and the glutes very lightly. And then as you inhale, you can relax that activation. Again, this is a very easy movement. We're not stretching. We're not strengthening. We're going through a very easy movement cycle, inhaling to relax, exhaling to gently push the feet into the ground. Watch what happens in the back and the hips. But the point being to notice all the subtle sensations about this movement. Watch how your body automatically reacts to that movement. What might activate that you don't intend to activate? What happens automatically? Either as you exhale and press the feet into the ground, or inhale and let that go. One thing to play with is see how lightly you can press the feet into the ground and notice a shift at all in the back. So can you do less and still notice some kind of change? I've had my eyes closed for a lot of this. You can keep the eyes open or closed, that's up to you. Both might have their benefits. So when you close the eyes, you can tune in a little more deeply to the sensations in the body. And when you open your eyes, you can challenge yourself to notice the sensations despite the visual input you're receiving. But whatever's your preference, ultimately you can do what you want. We'll do this for just a few more cycles, inhaling to relax the body, exhaling to press into the feet, paying attention to how the lower back reacts, how the hips react, how does your contact with the ground change. It may feel like you're giving your back a nice massage as you gently press into the legs, the feet, and gently let go. It could be a nice sensation. And see if you can let go slowly. So as you inhale, maybe you don't just drop the engagement, but maybe you very slowly let go of the engagement and watch the movement unfold. And then we'll put our legs down and just lie down again and rest for a quick second. Take stock of your body, see if anything's changed. Does it feel different to just lie down now than it did at the beginning? Come back to the breath, making the breath slower and deeper than it usually is. Breathing even, inhaling for the same amount of time as you exhale. And just chill here for 3 or 4 breaths before we move on. And next, when you're ready, bring just the left leg up this time, just the left knee up, let the left foot rest on the ground. And we're going to start doing the same exact thing, but just with the left foot now. So inhaling, relaxing the whole body, letting the head sink into the ground, relaxing the neck and shoulders, the feet, the hands. Exhaling, lightly press into that left foot. Watch the shifts in your hips, your lower back, your mid-back as they happen. Inhaling, let go of that pressure in the left foot. Exhaling, gently press into the left foot. Again, maybe see how little you can do and still notice something happening in your lower back. Hey! Come on, man! I call her man, she's a girl. She's a troublemaker. You see her just slap my wrist? Wow. Anyways, inhaling, relax the whole body. Exhaling, gently press into that left foot. Alright, I'm gonna let you out. She's getting too rambunctious. Doing things on one side like this feels more like a massage to me, so as I press in to that left foot, I can feel my right hip kind of roll across the ground in a way, and it feels nice. It feels like it just helps me relax a little bit. It's just a nice sensation. And just go through maybe 4 or 5 more cycles, breathing in to relax. Breathing out Gently press that left foot into the ground. Watch the right hip. Watch the lower back, the mid back. Inhaling, slowly letting go of that pressure, letting the body come back to neutral. Exhaling, pressing that left foot into the ground. Inhaling to let go. And when you're satisfied with that side, put the left leg down and just lie down for 2 or 3 breaths. Reset for a second. And when you want to, draw the right leg up, and we'll start on the other side. So again, inhaling, relax the whole body. Exhale, put light pressure into the right foot. Notice how the right thigh, right glute activate. Watch the shifts in your back, your hips. Inhale, relax that pressure slowly, gently. Watch what the body does automatically. See if you have any automatic reactions to the cycle of movement and relaxation. Inhaling, relax the neck, the shoulders, the head. Relax any tension in your face. Exhaling, gently press into that right foot. Again, maybe you play with how little can you press into the right foot and still notice a change in the back of the hips. Or maybe you press a little more into the right foot and you just barely start to lift the right hip off the ground. Again, I don't want you coming up into anything that resembles bridge pose. This is a gentle, easy movement intended to help you learn about your body. But it can be helpful with experimenting in both directions. So experiment with how little you can do and still notice sensation, and then also experiment with how much you can do and how does it feel to do a little more. Inhaling, relax. Exhaling, gently press into the right foot. One thing I notice is as I exhale and press into the right foot, my left leg lengthens. It's like my left upper thigh lengthens away from the left hip, just kind of automatically. But who knows what you'll notice? It's your own journey, your own trip, man. Go through 2 or 3 more cycles, inhaling to relax, exhaling to press into the right foot, and when you're satisfied, you can put that right leg down. Again, lying down for just 2 or 3 breaths, slow, deep, and even, controlled breathing. Watching how the breath shifts the body as it moves in and out. Now next, draw your left knee up again, left foot rests on the ground, and now cross your right leg over the left leg and just kind of let it rest there. And start to shift your knees over toward the left and go as far as you can without lifting the left foot off the ground at all. Then come back to the middle This is a micro movement. And once you're back in the middle, start moving both of those knees toward the right. Again, only as far as you can go while the left foot is still totally planted. And then move the knees back to the middle. And just go through that cycle, moving both knees toward the left, just barely, then come back to the middle. Move both knees toward the right, slowly, keeping the left foot planted the whole time. Come back to the middle. And just repeat this very slowly and watch again how your back's contact with the ground, your hips' contact with the ground is changing throughout the movement. At no point should you feel any strain in the knees or the hips. If you do start to feel any kind of strain, or even if you feel any kind of stretch, dial it back and make the range of movement even less. You can watch me right now and watch how little I'm moving, how slowly I'm moving. Again, this is a micro movement. We're just watching how our body, and in particular the back and the hips, react as the knees sway slowly side to side. Still breathing the whole time. You may choose to sync this movement with your breath. You may not. It's not quite as important here. But we do want to stay mindful of the breath. Maybe you want to breathe out as the knees move toward one side and breathe in as you draw them toward the middle. If that helps you keep track of the breath, you can do that. This is another one where you may feel like it's a nice massage for your lower back as it shifts its contact with the ground with the movement of your knees and your legs. And when you're ready, switch sides. So plant the right foot, cross the left leg over the right, let it rest. And again, just start moving your knees to one side, just barely, a micro movement, slowly, then bring them back to the middle, and then move them toward the other side, just barely, keeping the whole right foot planted the entire time. So as you move your legs toward the right, the left side of the foot may be tempted to come up off the ground. If it does, that means you're going a little too far. Don't go so far. And then as you move the knees and the legs over toward the left, the right side of your foot may want to come up off the ground like this. Again, if it does, don't go that far. Only go as far as you can without picking up the foot at all. And see what subtle sensations you can notice throughout the back and the hips, maybe even the thighs, as you're moving your legs slowly, gently in each direction. Still mindful of the breath. Relaxing any tension you may build through the face, neck, and shoulders. Hands, wrists, ankles. Let those places relax. But if tension does build in reaction to this motion, any part of the motion, just watch that and notice that. It may be indicative of a habit your body has. And it could be beneficial for you to become aware of that kind of thing. That's the whole point of this type of session. We'll move just through a few more cycles here. Gently swaying the legs and the knees left to right. Keeping the right foot planted. Breathing the whole time. watching how our back touches the ground at each part of this movement, how the hips touch the ground or how they lift up, depending on where you are in the movement cycle. And then when you're ready to be done, just lie down again. That was our last movement. So we'll just go for one more check-in now. Lying down with the legs out in front of us. All right, fine. I'll let you back in, Pascal. Come join me. Don't mess with my wrist this time. All right, you're too jumpy. So anyways, if you don't have a cat with you, or maybe even if you do, you're just lying down. And notice if your body feels different now than it did at the beginning. Can you feel that your back or maybe your hips are touching the ground in a different way? Are different places lifted up? Do the toes have a different orientation toward the ceiling? So if they were pointing up toward the ceiling at the beginning, are they more toward the side right now? Or vice versa, maybe they pointed up toward the side at the beginning and now they're more pointing up toward the ceiling. However that is, don't change it, just notice it. What's up with your body? How has your body reacted to the movements we've done? And just stay lying down for 4, 5, 6 slow breaths. How does the head contact the ground, the shoulders? Again, see if there's any tension anywhere you can let go of in the wrists, the thighs, the glutes, the face, the ankles. Where is it possible for you to relax and de-engage right now? And if you like to keep lying down and just keep tuning in, you can. But when you're done with it, I'd recommend standing up and just walking around a little bit slowly. Maybe if you want to go for a walk outside right now, you could do that. And see if your body just feels freer or lighter. So I find that when I do these body meditations, even though I haven't stretched at all, even though I haven't worked out, even though these movements have been really easy and they've been micro movements, I feel lighter. I feel a little bit more free because I've taken the time to relax my body. But more importantly, I've just moved my body gently in ways that I don't normally. And when you do that, you free up a little space in your body, and you maybe free up an ability to move in ways that you don't normally. So certain things relax a little more, or maybe certain things turn on a little more and you realize you can use a little more of one muscle that you don't normally engage. And then when you engage it a little more, you kind of share the burden that lets other places relax. So taking a walk can just kind of help you notice some of those things, which is why I'm pacing around the room right now. It's raining outside, it's kind of nasty, so, walking outside won't be the greatest for me, but maybe it is for you. Anyways, that was today's body awareness session, today's body meditation. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got something out of it. Once again, my name is Ben, and this is the Skater Studio. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.